Today we will hear statements for the honourable members for the districts of Exploits, Torngat Mountains, Stephenville-Port, Ferryland, and Terra Nova. The member for Exploits. That was a point of privilege, a point of personal privilege. So it's just a clarification read into the record. The member for Exploits.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in this honourable house to congratulate the Jubilee Pentecostal Temple on their November 16th through to the 18th celebration of 90 years of bringing the gospel to the people of Botwood and neighbouring communities. I had the pleasure of joining with the congregation and area residents on the marking of this memorable milestone and the privilege of bringing greetings at their celebration concert on November 16th while sharing in fellowship and worship. The Jubilee Pentecostal Temple and their teachings has long been a pillar of community support throughout our province. They have been exemplary in providing earthly and spiritual comfort to the communities that they serve. Mr. Speaker, on a personal note, Jubilee Pentecostal Temple has been host to the hearing by me of many memorable sermons and is the church where Beverly and I were married. Mr. Speaker, I ask all honourable members to join with me in wishing for Jubilee Pentecostal Temple congratulations on their 90th anniversary and Godspeed on your continued march to a centenarian celebration.
The honourable member for the district of Torngat Mountains.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in this honourable house today to congratulate the girls volleyball team from Natwashish. This past weekend, I had the pleasure of attending the regional volleyball tournament in the 1A and 2A divisions in Northwest River. Mr. Speaker, the Northern Labrador sports meets began in 1978, and this year the girls team from Natwashish made history as they captured a gold in the fall sports meet, and again this past weekend as they also captured the regional championship, defeating teams from Northwest River and Churchill Falls with the wins. With this, they earned the right to represent Labrador in the provincial 2A championships. It didn't come easy, Mr. Speaker. One of our Natwashish Shaman players, a strong competitor, Hopi Piwa, suffered a serious ankle injury and had to leave the competition. Even with this disadvantage, the rest of the team dominated the tournament. Mr. Speaker, if the measure of a community is by the fire in their young athletes, Natwashish, as well as the rest of the province, have every right to be proud of the team's accomplishments. I ask all honourable members to join me in congratulating the team for its efforts and making history in their community.
The honourable member for the district of Stephenville-Port.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in this honourable house today to recognize an incredible group of businesswomen from the Port-au-Port Peninsula. In 2012, the Lord's Co-op Society was at risk of being shut down after being in business for over 70 years. 6 years later, the business has turned completely around, so much so that last month the business received the 2018 Long Range CBDC Business Award of Distinction. The award was accepted by manager Charlene Hinks and two members of the business's board of directors, Bertha Hines and Eileen Gastia, at the awards gala last month. What started out as a business suited to meet the needs of local fishermen has expanded to meet the needs of the entire community. The great success of the business can be attributed to the all-women team that currently operate the business. They've seen tremendous growth. Their hard work and dedication to the company has seen an average of 15 to 20 new members every month, with the rise in their membership from 464 in 2014 to 706 members, an increase of over 50%. I ask all members to join me in congratulating these women on their award and wish them all the best as they continue to grow the business in the future. Thank you.
The honourable member for the district of Ferryland.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, I rise today to recognize St. Kevin's High School graduating class of 2018. On Wednesday, November the 7th, I was honoured to participate in the cap and gown and award ceremony for 74 students at St. Kevin's. St. Kevin's High School has always achieved at a high level in academics, athletics and the arts. This class of 2018 is certainly no different. The commitment from the school administration have ensured students are ready to take on any challenge as they move forward on a new path. St. Kevin's valedictorian was Mr. Luke Porter, who addressed the gathering and spoke of the impact St. Kevin's has had on class development and the memories and friendships that have been developed during their time in their school years. Their relationships will serve them well in certainly all future endeavours. Mr. Speaker, I would ask all my colleagues of this House to join me in congratulating the graduating class of 2018 of St. Kevin's High School and wish them every success in their future endeavours. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The honourable member for the District of Terra Nova.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to celebrate the efforts of the Southwest Arm Historical Society. Established in 2013, the Historical Society has focused its work on researching, preserving, and promoting the history of the 24 communities, both current and resettled, in the greater Southwest Arm area. The Society's website, launched in December 2014, has 1,425 pages with more than 5,000 images depicting the history of these communities and its people. In 2016, Where Once They Served project honored the 26 men who served in the Royal Newfoundland Regiment during World War I. In 2017, these commemorative banners were on exhibition at the Rooms. Part 2, Where Once They Sailed, was completed earlier this month with the Society honoring the 87 men who sailed in the Royal Naval Reserve. 12 made the supreme sacrifice. In January, members of this Historical Society will be recognized in Ottawa during the Governor-General's History Awards of Excellence in Community Programming ceremony. I ask all honourable members to join me in applauding the efforts of the Southwest Arm Historical Society. Thank you, Lester Green, Elaine Spurl, and Wanda Garrett, for your dedication to the families of the men who served King and country.